Hi everybody, it was so nice to be with all of you yesterday. I wanted to create a video just to review some of the work that we did together, so in case you want to practice some of these things on your own, you'd have something to reference it with. So the first thing that we did was some energy work, and the first exercise was tapping. So there are 4 spots that we're going to tap on. The first being right above the eyebrow, using these 2 fingers and just tapping right above the eyebrow in the center of the forehead. While you're tapping, you're just going to breathe deeply. Feel your feet in the floor. Feel yourself standing tall, grounded into the earth. And then begin tapping under the eye, right on the cheekbone. So what we're doing while we're tapping is we are accessing the energetic meridian points. So it's using Chinese medicine. If you're familiar with acupuncture, it uses the same type of body technology or energy technology. And then you're going to move your tapping to your collarbone. Instead of using just 2 fingers, you could do 4. Remember, breathe deeply in and out through your nose, feet grounded in the floor. Then we're going to move to the center of our chest. This is our thymus gland. Remember to stand tall. See if you could allow yourself to really breathe deeply into the belly and the chest. And as you exhale, maybe even feel a release into the floor. Now we're going to move tapping to the side of the body by the ribs. And you can either do this with your hands at your side or cross them over. I like to cross over, sort of give myself a little hug. I feel like I'm able to tap directly into my ribs when I cross my arms over. Okay, that time we actually did 5 points, so we'll do those 5 points again. Breathe in deep, starting at the eyebrow, center of the forehead. Under the eye and the cheekbone. Moving to the collarbone, all 4 fingers. Center of the chest, thymus. Moving to the rib cage. On your next inhale, take a big breath and reach your arms all the way up towards the ceiling. Look up to the sky. And as you exhale, slowly let your arms come down to your sides. So through these exercises, see if you can breathe in and out through your nose. Sometimes we have the tendency to just take a little air in through our nose and let a lot out through our mouth. And if we continue to breathe in that pattern, we might get really, really lightheaded because we're not taking in as much oxygen through our nose as we're letting out carbon dioxide through our mouth. So see if you could just breathe in and out through the nose. And this is really another way to just stay mindful in what you're doing because it's going to take some concentration. Lots of times when we're really, really exhausted or we're really stressed, we have a tendency to do this a lot. But through these exercises, you really want to keep an even pattern of breathing in and out through the nose. And actually, it will relax your nervous system a bit more because you'll then develop the capacity to just in your daily life, breathe in and out through your nose more. All right, the next exercise is a shoulder pull. So you're going to create a little claw with your hand, hold your shoulder, and you're actually going to be pushing down on that muscle on the top of your shoulder. So take a deep breath in and push down. And on your exhale, just cross your chest, cross your trunk, bringing that energy down to the other hip. So then you cross over the other way. Big breath in, pushing down with the hand, cross over. So what you're doing here is you're literally crossing the energy from the left side of your body to the right side of your body. So not only do we have this physical structure of our body, but we also have an energetic system. And our energy moves in loops and wheels. So when we're really, really stressed, our energy tends to just stay unilateral. And this is when we just are like exhausted. It stays on each side of our body. What we need to do is we need to cross the energy from one side to the other. So keep going. And then take a big breath in, reach your arms all the way up. Notice if you're able to take in a little bit more air this time than when we started. Breathe out, bring your hands all the way down. And then relax your arms by your side. Next is the cross crawl. This is actually from Brain Gym for those of you that might be familiar with that body of work. You're just going to exaggerate like you're walking. And as you do, tap your opposite leg. Make sure you're crossing the midline. And begin to really stomp, grounding your feet into the earth. When we did this yesterday, it was like a herd of elephants that had a really nice rhythm. Make sure you're breathing. And then lighten your feet. I think I'm moving forward, so I'm going to move back and hitting my flowers. All right, both feet on the ground. Big breath in, reach all the way up. Look up. Exhale, bring your hands together. Hands at your heart center. Okay, next thing we're going to do is a crown pull. So you're going to put your thumbs by your temple and your fingers in the center of your forehead. And you're literally going to peel your fingers away. This is a great stress reliever. Do that again. Pressure in the center of your forehead and peel your fingers away. So some of you may already use this technique, not even realizing that you are releasing the energy of stress from your body by doing this. So some of you might find yourself doing this sometimes during the day. That's really good to do too, but just know that that's what your body is unconsciously telling you to do. Your body knows how to use these energy systems, but we, in our culture, we're not so familiar with them. So just recognize the tendency of what you do when you really are stressed or you're exhausted, and see if you put a little bit of mindfulness and breath to it, if it really does cause relief. Okay, then we're going to move to the top of our head by our hairline. You're going to do the same thing, but you're just going to separate your fingers about an inch, and we're going to do that all along the top of the head. So it's sort of like you're holding onto your cranium and you're separating the right and the left side, creating some space. It's like letting out the energy that you don't need and creating space for some good energy. You're going to go all the way around to the back of your neck. It's like you're giving yourself a little massage all the way down to your shoulders. So give yourself a massage of your shoulders. And then hold your shoulders and your neck. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, just release. That time you could exhale through your mouth. Again, hold on to those shoulders. Big breath in. Exhale, release. All right, just shake it out a little bit. Our last exercise is heaven and earth. You're going to start with your hands at the center of your body, and as we inhale, you're going to straighten one arm down to the earth, the other arm up to the sky. But imagine as if your arms are like rods of steel. Okay, so you want your arms to be super straight and stiff, and you want your wrists to be flexed. What we're doing is we're working the arc line of the heart. So you need to flex those wrists to activate that. Your inhale stretches your arms up and down. You look up at your upper hand. And when you're ready to exhale, you bring your hands back to your heart and then switch to the other side. So while you're doing this, really focus on your breath, but feel your feet rooted in the ground. So keep going a few more times. So each of these energy rejuvenators, you could do separately or all together. They don't take a lot of time. You might want to try them like first thing in the morning before you get going. Give yourself 2 or 3 minutes to do the whole routine, or maybe in the middle of the day when your class leaves for a special, or you just have a moment. You could just do one of these things. You could even do these with your students. See what that's like. Okay, last time. Exhale, bring your hands together. Let's do one more big breath in. And then you're going to separate your feet so they're greater than hip distance apart. You're going to exhale and fold forward. And as you're folding forward, just let your body hang. Let your head and your neck hang. Releasing any tension from your shoulders, your neck. You could think of it as like dumping all that excess, brain chatter, mind chatter that goes on. Just release it. Let it soften. It's never going to all go away. That's okay. We just notice. And shift your body a little to the right and the left, just swinging the arms. And you can continue with this swinging motion as you slowly come up to stand. And then take one last inhale all the way up. Exhale your arms all the way down. So I hope you enjoy using some of these techniques. Again, this is all for your own self-care. As we discussed yesterday, you need to take care of you. You've got a hard job, and the job is filled with lots of joys and lots of gratification, but when you become depleted, it's hard to see all of that. So please let me know how this is working for you, and if there's any other things that you'd like me to record for you to be able to use on your own, I'd be happy to do that. Have a wonderful day and have a great rest of your fall. Thanks.